Ezra Ginsburg from Hockey Manitoba, pleased to be joined by U16 Team Manitoba head coach Devin Himpe. Devin, thank you so much for taking some time to talk to us.
Thank you for having me on here.
And you've been involved with U16 Team Manitoba on several occasions, but this is your first time being head coach. So, how has your experience been thus far?
I mean, it's been great. I'm lucky enough that, like you said, I've been a part of the process. But this is my fifth time. Did it a couple of times as a video coach just to kind of to see how everything is, and then an assistant coach with Canada Games a few years back, and then last year's an assistant coach as well. And it's been pretty smooth. I've been lucky enough to have the opportunity to see other head coaches and high level coaches run this program and have success with this program. So it's been I wouldn't say easy, but it's been easier to have seen it done in the past and be able to kind of put my own spin on things.
And how have preparations been going for you and the coaching staff leading up to Team Manitoba's first game against Alberta?
Yeah, it's been good. I mean, it's tough because our players are all from around the province, and they're with their own teams, and they're with their own training throughout the spring, the summer, and the fall. But when we do get together, I feel that myself and our staff, we've done a pretty good job of laying out our foundation of what we want to focus on when we get to this tournament, what our identity is, and how we want to achieve that throughout the whole process. And our players, I mean, give them a ton of credit every time they come to us. They're ready to learn, they're ready to work, and they've been really good at just trying to build the confidence that we have in this team already, and kind of build on their development throughout it, and then take that back to their team beforehand, so that when we do actually get them back here next week when we head to Red Deer, they're ready and they're dialed into what they need to be dialed into.
And how would you assess this year's group, this year's U16 Team Manitoba?
I mean, just like every year, I mean, we're always going to be considered the underdog just based off the amount of players we have in our province compared to some of the other provinces there. But at the same time, nobody's going to outwork us, and you can kind of see that within this team. In previous years that I've been a part of it, we're always out there grinding. We're always out there. We're always in a game. We're never out of it. This year's no different. You can see the effort the guys are putting into it, and just the attention to detail. I find this year is super evident in these players, that you can see what they're trying to do, and if they don't understand, they're asking questions, and we're giving them feedback as much as we can, and you can just see the effort's going to be there. So I think we're going to be again, we're always going to be trying to punch up for Manitoba, and I think we're going to be punching pretty hard this year.
And as a coach, what are some of the biggest challenges for you in a short tournament like the WHL Cup?
Yeah, I mean, I've been fortunate enough to be part of this process, and also at a U Sports level, being able to go to FISU Winter Games or representing Team Canada and obviously Team Manitoba in these processes. And the biggest part of it is everyone's there for one purpose. For us, it's obviously we want to be winning the tournament, but the other purpose is we got to come together as quick as possible, right? So I think having that collective purpose that we want to be able to come in here and win this tournament brings everybody's attention and focus up a lot quicker than it would be just to say a full season. Everyone understands that every practice, every rep that we do in our drills is super important. Just like when we get to the tournament next week, it's going to be exactly that. We have to be able to every shift be as focused as possible when we're on the ice, off the ice, when we're doing warm up and cool down, or we're even having team meals together or on the bus. We're making sure that we're keeping things as light as possible, but as focused as possible when we need to. So I think it's a credit to the coaching staff that we have as well, that we all come from different teams, we all come from different companies and everything like that we all work for. But at the end of the day, we're all very close with each other. We can ask each other how our weekends were versus just coming in and saying we're just focusing on hockey. We're all pretty tight, and I think that you're going to see that within this team as well.
Why is competing in the WHL Cup so important for a lot of these young athletes as they progress in their careers?
Yeah, I mean, for a lot of these players, they play best on best as much as they can in their leagues. But at the end of the day, it's still not best on best until they get to this tournament, right? And it's every shift. So it's for a lot of the players on our team and on every other team, they're top line players on their team. Now, when they go to this tournament, they have to find a different role to be able to be successful as Team Manitoba. They, as much as we want all these guys to be able to come in here and score that game-winning goal every time we're out there, there's only one person that scores that on the team, right? But at the end of the day, it's never just that player that made it happen. It's everybody. So for these players, it gives them a chance to go best on best against players that they will be and hopefully be playing over the next 3, 4, 5 years when they make the Western Hockey League or even further on, right? So I think it's great for them to be able to see where they measure up right now and what they need to be able to build on top of to hopefully make that journey into the Western Hockey League. Um, and then at the end of the day, I think it's just for their development to now see how much farther they need to go to get into Hockey Canada, to U17, U18, World Juniors, stuff like that. It's a good measuring stick for themselves, and I think it's something that can help build their confidence as a player and as a person.
Obviously, winning the WHL Cup is the ultimate goal for Team Manitoba. But how important is it for the coaching staff to remind all the players on the team to savor every moment of this experience, because it's obviously once in a lifetime?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's again, like I've said a couple times in this, that I've been fortunate enough to be able to go through a lot of these small term competitions or small short term competitions, I should say. And they go very fast. But the experiences you have along, I mean, I have some great memories from Team Manitoba, teams prior to uh, way before, and even with Team Canada, and it's something that you're going to savor forever. You make some long-term friendships out of it. And I can already start to see that with some of our teams. Every time we're together, you can kind of see certain players. They're so pumped to see their buddies, and everyone's all excited to just be on the ice competing together and working hard together. So it's going on the bus is going to be a great start to it. And then just once we get into our practices, into our first game, it's they're they're going to compete as hard as they can. But at the end of the day, it's all about enjoying the experience and making sure that you're remembering everything that you went there for and got you there.
Devin Himpe, U16 Team Manitoba head coach, thanks so much for taking some time to talk to us, and best of luck at this year's WHL Cup in Red Deer.
Thanks, Ezra.